The event was, I was about between 3 and 4, and my dad killed someone in our house. And it's my earliest memory, not of the killing, but of my earliest memory was being a little boy, probably, yeah, in my pajamas, standing in a hallway, lots of commotion. I'm terrified. I'm on my own, and then someone picks me up and whisks me away, and the memory ends. And then later on, as I grow up, I find out that was the night where my dad killed someone in our house. And then as I get older and older, the kind of family story there's lots of bits missing. The story was that my mum was having an affair, which it turns out she wasn't, and that my dad found out and then wanted to kill this guy and got her to ring him and get him to come to the house, which there was no evidence for. And then if she didn't do that, he would kill her and then go and kill the guy as well. And that turned out not to be true. But growing up, you don't know that. You just get the family story, and there's all these gaps. And so, you try and, well, you just can't reconcile it. So you live with this, what do they call it? You live with this kind of dichotomy. It doesn't make sense. And it's, you just carry it around with you. And plus, I didn't realize the trauma of the little boy, that little boy that was terrified. I carried him around with me as well. And so, I go to go through all the addiction and the crime and the up and down in our life. I go to rehab, and then, I'm living my life. And at some point, probably in the mid 2000s, my big sister kind of gets a bee in her bonnet about wanting to find these documents. And so I think she started off looking at the Hackney Gazette, seeing if she could see anything in the newspapers about it. And eventually she settles on the records office at Kew, and she manages to write to them. And they say, no, you can't have that. We've got the records, but you can't have them. And she kind of says, why? This thing happened in the late 60s, but she can't get them in 2000s. And normally they're held for 30 years, but in this case they're being held for 70 years. And so she's getting more and more, I don't know, she's getting more and more kind of, yeah, but I want them. And Q are saying, no, you can't have them. And their reason is, if some of the people are still alive that are connected to this, obviously we're connected to it, and viewing the records could cause harm. And so I'm panicking a bit and saying to my sister, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We can't have it. We can't have it. Maybe our children can see it, when there's sufficient time has passed and they did. I mean, I was angry. I was thinking, inside of me, I was thinking, how dare they say we can't have these records? And then there was another part of me saying, I don't want to expose myself to harm. And if they think there's harm just by looking at this stuff, I mean, the anger is I should be able to judge that for myself. I'm an adult. The fear is once it's made public, once you can see it, then anyone else can see it. So, we let it go, and it adds another layer to the family story. We can't get it. But then in lockdown, I don't know where this thought came from, because I'd looked on the Kew Records Office website, and I could see my dad's name, and I could see that there was some records there, but it was just a dead end. You couldn't do it. And I don't know why, but the thought of my mum popped into my head as well. And I thought, well, she got arrested as well, and she got released, and she wasn't sentenced. She was found not guilty. So I did a record search for her, and bang, it came up. And they were open, so you could see them. I couldn't see them online, but I could send them an email and said, you know, I'd like to see these. And they said, yeah, sure, you know, you can see them. And in one of the when lockdown was finished, we were still within the pandemic, but we were I was allowed to go and see them when it was open, and so I went, and I was nervous. I was thinking I had to do some. There was a bit of emailing back and forth, and they told me what to expect. But getting there, I thought they're not going to let me see these. I just had this. I thought it was going to be a wasted trip. They're saying yes, but when I get there, it's going to be a no.
Mm.
It was just a bit of fatalism going on.